All right, we've got the internet. We've got great YouTube channels like this one. And we got to learn as a head coach. Whether you played goal or not, you need to learn. The resources online are available, and you don't want to have what I coined purposeful ignorance. If I had $1 for every time I heard a head coach say something like, I don't know anything about goaltending, I'll just put him in the net. Listen, a Formula One driver needs to know about the viscosity, the tire breakdown. They need to know the tires, even though that's not their job as a driver. They're just supposed to drive. Same thing for a head coach. Your success, your ability to win tournaments, championships, depends on your goaltending. So take leadership as a head coach. Learn online. There's a million videos. I've got 300 or 400 myself. Learn the terminology, learn the fundamentals. Here's another pet peeve I have with head coaches with respect to goaltending in minor hockey. Listen, communicate well in advance who's starting. I know the reason you do it is you want to, in your mind, make both goalies ready to play and not let the one off the hook, maybe being a little mess around, jerk around guy in the dressing room. It doesn't work. If it worked, they would do it in the NHL, and they don't tell the goaltenders in the NHL after warm-up who's starting. They give them a little bit of a warning. So do that in minor hockey. Be respectful to the kid. Make sure the backup goalie doesn't mess around and make sure he's ready to go too, but tell who's starting in advance. Don't pull the rabbit out of the hat at the last second. Let them know you're going to get better results. So instead of having both guys 80% ready, you'll have one guy 100% ready and another guy 80% ready. That's the way to do it. All right, practice is where goalies get killed. When I was a kid with my crappy gear, I was crying every practice. Shooters shooting with unrealistic situations, and goaltenders get killed in practice. So head coaches, you need to take ownership on how to run more goalie-friendly practice. Let's talk about proportional training. In the game, most attacks on a goalie are from zone setups. But what we do in practice, if you watch any minor hockey practice, it's a lot of J drill, a lot of Wisconsin drills, 2-on-0, 3-on-0, line rushes. Of course line rushes happen in the game, but not in the proportion that coaches are delivering them in practice. And where in a game does a guy come down the wing and take a slapper from the top of the circles? Does it happen? Yes. Is it common? No. And most of the times in practice, goalies get in bad habits because shots are coming too quickly. Goalies don't have time to respect where the puck goes off their body, at least visually, to see it into the corner, to track it into the corner. That needs to happen. So coaches, build gap in your drills so goalies can respect the puck when it leaves their body. Secondly, do drills that they're going to see in a game. Zone setup type stuff. Less line rushes, more zone setups. And make it realistic. There's never been rapid fire drills that translate into a game, so stop with the rapid fire stuff. Make practices realistic, and your goaltenders will pay off with more tournament wins and more championships. Now, you got your goalies in the game. How do you manage warm-ups? Here's what you need to do. Make the warm-up for the goalie, not the shooters. Now, I would suggest having one of the trusted players put the goalie in the net with 10, 15 pucks in the slot, floaters to the glove, floaters to the blocker, low, gut traps, so the goalie can get used to tracking the puck and feeling the puck. And here's a key thing. With warm-ups, make them realistic like in practice. The old big circle where this guy shoots, that guy shoots, that guy shoots, that guy shoots, that guy shoots, doesn't do anything. Goalie doesn't get to go down on low shots. He's trying to protect himself from getting killed. And the one where they come out of the corner, shot, 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 that doesn't get the goalie warmed up. All that does is create bad habits. So please try to address warm-ups. Make it for the goalie, not the shooters. Listen, as a goaltender, we've all been pulled. We don't have it. We get yanked. We give up 10 goals. I think I even gave up 18 goals one night. We're always going to have a goalie situation where there's going to be the need to pull the goalie. But coaches, here's how you do it professionally. When you put the other goaltender in and the goalie that got pulled sits on the bench, physically go over, pat them on the back, no matter how angry you are, whisper in their ear saying you'll have it next game, whatever. But the parents see that, it helps bring the emotional temperature down. You doing the old crossed arms, stare down at the kid on the bench. You're not Scotty Bowman, you're not Mike Keenan. Be a human being. If you pull the goalie, okay, go down, talk to him, settle him down, and pat him on the back. The team sees that, the parents in the crowd sees that, and you're gonna have a better result instead of creating a long-term habit of bad goals, bad games. And this is what you do with the goalie's confidence if you pull them with anger. Again, when you leave the rink, don't blow through the lobby after you pull a goalie. Go to that goalie's parents and say, listen, Timmy didn't have it tonight. Love Timmy, we're going to get him back in there. I just thought the team would be better getting the other goalie in there. But don't avoid the parents, because that's going to create escalating problems. Be professional when you pull the goalie. You need to make your goalies accountable in practice. Now, when I played college hockey, Mitch Korn had girls up in the crowd that kept a save percentage in practice. And I'm not suggesting you need to do that every practice, but have somebody who's not a relative randomly once in a while calculate save percentage in practice and post it for the kids after practice. Goalies need to know shots matter in practice, battling matters in practice, and the team feeds off that when they see the goalie battling and competing in practice, making sure every puck is meaningful. So once in a while, throw a save percentage out in practice so the goalies know they're being watched. My last piece of advice is please don't bring in a beer league goalie coach or some father. Are there some fathers that are going to be politically balanced? Yes. Is there a risk that they might favor their own kid? Of course. So if you have nothing, sometimes that's better than creating an environment that's not going to be healthy. Now, there's some beer league goalie coaches that can come out that maybe have learned some modern stuff, but if you're bringing out your buddy from Wednesday Night Legion hockey who played in 1972, what's he going to teach a kid unless he's up on the modern stuff? So I would rather see no goalie coaching than old goalie coaching from a beer league goalie or some dad that's just going to focus and prioritize subtly on their own kid. Now, all of these tips can wrap up and help you have a better goalie that's going to win you tournaments, win you championships. And I'm not trying to slam you head coaches. I'm trying to educate and help you. So let's get our goaltending better by being a better head coach to our goalies in practice.